Welcome everyone. Today I am going to show you how to make these cute little labels for all your craft supplies. Thanks so much for joining me. Hi everyone, welcome to Winging It. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to do a little craft project with our Cricut, just a little labeling project. If you enjoy my videos, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. I will also post a link below to my Instagram and my Etsy page. On my Instagram, I do a lot of like designs and everything, or custom designs, and then I also do a lot of custom signs, and so I post all of my custom orders and everything on there. Today we are going to be focusing on a little kind of organization project. I've got a 4-year-old daughter who is really into arts and crafts as much as I am. We have a lot of fun doing it together. So she actually has a section in my craft room that is just for her. And so she's got a table and a little shelving unit and her easel and stuff. And I'm just working on reorganizing that just because there's a lot of things over there. So today we're going to be doing a little project where we're going to be labeling all her crayons, colored pencils, her paintbrushes. What else is over there? Crayons, colored pencil, oh, and markers. So I will show you what we're going to be labeling, and then I'll show you how to label it. So I'll scooch you over a little bit. So don't judge. This is the section that I haven't quite got to yet. Today we're going to be working on these guys here, and this is actually a planter that I got from IKEA several years ago that I've always kept art supplies in. And now that I have a little girl with her own art supplies, I just kind of graduated it to her. So we're just going to be labeling each one of these, and they're just little tins, but I just thought that would be kind of cute and make me feel like it's more organized in here. So we'll work on that. We are going to be using my Cricut machine to do that. Obviously you don't need a Cricut, but whatever cutting machine you have is totally fine. I am going to be using a little bit of isopropyl alcohol just to clean the surface and make sure that everything sticks okay on there, because they have been around for a while and I don't remember the last time I scrubbed them. So we're going to be cleaning it a little bit with this. So yeah, without further ado, I'll go ahead and plug you guys into the iPad and show you how to make these guys. Okay, so I opened Procreate. What I'm going to do is just add text here, and I'm going to type in everything that I want on here. So we're going to do crayons, we're going to do markers, we're going to do colored pencils, and then we are also going to do paintbrushes. And the way I wanted this layered is there's not a lot of space on the front of them, so I do want to have the colored pencils be like one little block and then the paintbrushes be one block instead of go like all the way around. So what I do here is I go ahead and highlight everything, and then I just pick the font that I want. I've got a lot of fonts downloaded, so it took me a few minutes to get through them. After I'm done with that, I didn't like the spacing of like colored pencils and paint and brushes, so I just scooched them around a little bit by grabbing the pencils and grabbing the brushes and moving them around. What I do before I save it is just take out that background color, and then I save it as a PNG. That way, when I go to open it in Cricut, then there's just no background when I go to pull that image in. So I'll go ahead and click on it, pull it from my images, and then as you can see, I don't have to remove any backgrounds or anything like that once you save it like that in Procreate. So then I save this in the system there in my Cricut Design Space system, choose that specific image, and then I plug it in here and size it to where I wanted it. And then I go ahead and just click on premium vinyl and have it cut that out. Obviously weed everything, that's my absolute favorite part, it's very relaxing. And then I stick the transfer paper on, and I did smush it around pretty darn good so that it would stick. And I forgot to mention before, but I am using removable vinyl, just because if things change in the future, if we want to put something different in those little tins, it's just so easy to take off if we need to. Alright, and then I went ahead and cut everything into individual pieces, just so it would be so much easier to put on everything. And I went ahead and, well, you go ahead and you pull off the backing to the vinyl. This transfer tape that I have is really great. It sticks very well, and then it actually peels up really well. It's probably the best one I've used. And then this is where I clean the surface with just a paper towel and some of that isopropyl alcohol. and you definitely want to make sure that your surface is nice and dry. So I like to dry it with the other side of the little paper towel and then give it a second or blow on it, or yeah, you can see I'm waving my hand there. So yeah, that makes sure that you have a really clean and dry surface, and then you want to center your label onto it, and you can use grid lines and things like that. I'm pretty good at eyeballing it most of the time, so that's what I did with these guys. And that's part of the reason why I chose this font as well, because it's kind of a silly font that doesn't have any straight lines. So it's just kind of a fun one that I could lay there, and if you kind of goof it up a little bit, it's not going to be the worst thing in the world because it's supposed to be a more whimsical font. So I'm going to go ahead and stick everything on, and then I'll go ahead and show you guys the end product.